In the Ravens Fallout 4 playthrough, we had a request that we actually chat during one of our videos, so I'm the witch. I'm gonna commentate as Raven plays, and then we'll switch off a little later on in the video.
Now, you can play. I just had to make sure we were on the right quest.
Alrighty. So this is the first time I've been here for the streams, and I've watched, but this is the first time I'm playing on this character. So I have no idea how this character is built or what we got going on. All I know is that it's a no mods playthrough and it's not survival. So this is going to be fun. Alrighty, let's take a look and see what we got. Raven has this obsession with maxing out like his intelligence, his charisma, his strength, and kind of letting everything else go by the wayside. It's not a playstyle I enjoy, because I really like using VATS, so looks like VATS is not going to be my friend. Alright, and let's see what kind of weapons we got going on here. Got a rifle, a pistol. At least we got a decent spread of weapons here. We got a lot of weapons. Holy Toledo. And just randomly has all this meat that needs to be cooked. Alright, so since I'm getting started here, and it looks like we're trying to find CIT, before I get started on that, I'm actually going to head back to Sanctuary and just clean out the inventory a little bit, because I like to loot everything in sight. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this here while I'm clearing out the inventory.
At least it's not raining.
Alright. Do we have anything already? Alright.
The lockers were full, but the game crashed, so I lost everything inside the Creation Club lockers.
Yeah, so for those who weren't able to hear Raven just now, we had a bunch of Creation Club stuff, and had some mods on some of our weapons and things like that. And then our game completely crashed. We could no longer play it at all. It was just, it wouldn't even load. And in having to uninstall and reinstall the game, we lost a bunch of stuff. I think he said that earlier in one of his live streams, he actually had to get rid of Righteous Authority because it was also modded and just kind of died. So we are recovering from that. Look at all this Deathclaw meat.
You have a lot of Deathclaws.
That's a lot of Deathclaws to kill. Just holy Toledo.
I'm out of fat now.
And this stuff I really like selling, even if we don't eat it. So I always just like the free experience.
Free experience, free cash.
Not to mention in a non-modded game, I use a lot more stim packs, and I don't know how many we have, so it's always good to have a backup plan. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and go with the damage resistance. I like maximizing my damage resistance. We can make some veggie soup. And as much as I would love to, I want to make sure we can have vegetable starch later, because adhesive is important.
Instead of making adhesive, can we just replant all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Because we need corn and mud fruit more than tomatoes. I got tomatoes in every settlement.
Seems to be growing well.
Alright, well we got mut fruit growing right here. So I'm gonna make a little more space, because this is non-modded, and we are coming close to our size cap. So let's just start clearing things out. I've always wondered why this house was like, had this huge barrier right here. I want to know who was living here and thought that was a good idea. But it looks like we already came through and looted this place at some point, which is good, at least. Not really doing much for decreasing our size. So I've heard that if you go into your inventory and you have some misc that you can drop, things like folders or anything like that, you can scrap them and it would help decrease your size. But it looks like we don't have any of that. And I dropped all of our junk already, so I'll have to pull some of that junk out and scrap it later. And personally, I don't like playing unmodded just because I don't like all the garbage and leaves. It's very post-apocalyptic, but I'm kind of OCD and don't like it. I don't like how unclean it is. But that's just my preference. Alright. Get some carrots planted. Where's the mud fruit? Here we go. Just make this nice little sidewalk lining with the mud fruit. Because aesthetics are important. Let's get some corn growing, some more corn anyway.
You don't plant corn on the house.
Oh, well, I am planting corn on the house, so. There we go. So we got a whole bunch of melons growing. And honestly, with how much food we already have, it might be time to start pulling those melons up and just selling them or taking them to another.
Agreed. Could you drop a recruit beacon next to my generator.
Yeah. Alright, let's... Where's the recruitment beacon? It's in Misk Power, I believe?
Yep, I already have one. I just haven't placed it yet. Oh, to the right.
Over here?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Right behind you.
Ah, there we go. Power pylon, recruitment beacon. Hey presto, we got power. Alright, so we should have enough beds for the moment. We've got 17 food. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna store some of these melons in gourds just so we can take them, either sell them or
Put the angry Asian on the corn then, I guess.
Alright, so Marcy is assigned there. We still have 13 food, even getting rid of those melons and stuff, so that's fine, especially as we expand our mut fruit. And this is all stuff that we can use for making that veggie starch. So, adhesive soon will not be a problem. Alright. So that was not what I came here for, originally. But I get sidetracked real easy. And so we cleared out a little bit of space in the settlement. I think this this locker is empty, so I'm just gonna throw some of the aid stuff we don't need right now in there, just to get it out of the inventory.
Crap, just throw everything in every locker and just figure it out from there.
And mostly I just like to not take stuff that has rads on it. Anything I've cooked I usually keep. Yeah, we definitely don't need gourds, don't need corn.
If you see a refreshing beverage, keep it.
Yeah, I will. Iguana on a stick, iguana soup, Instamash. I totally believe that we would still have that in post-apocalyptia. That just makes sense to me. Mirelurk meat, uncooked. Let's throw that. Why is moldy food a thing? That just seems really gross.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Ooh, preserved Instamash. That doesn't have rad, so I'll keep that. Refreshing beverage. I like that. Why are we carrying 4 stealth boys?
To sell.
Alrighty. So that's our aid. None of this is weight. None of this really matters. So we can keep that. Same thing with the ammo. No weight.
Do you have any magazines in your misc?
What magazines do we got? We have Hot Rodder.
We can sell those too.
Yeah. Do we have a bobblehead station yet?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that'll be something we can do eventually. So we can keep those in the inventory for right now. Alright, and I think we're all set. So let's go explore CID.
We need to repair our power armor. That's the whole reason I wanted to,
Oh, we gotta... I'm being told we have to do power armor repairs. This is something I don't look at. But yeah, we actually do need to repair that. Alrighty, where are we
You
at?
should check our perks and stats whenever you get a chance, that way you know where we are.
Yeah, I did when I first started the video. I checked all that out. There we go. Can we upgrade? We can upgrade to C. But we've only got 7 adhesive right now, so I think... Let's look at the torso. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade this.
You ever notice that the legs are the ones that get damaged the most?
Yeah, the legs do get damaged quite a bit, which is kind of weird to me. I would think that the torso would get damaged a lot more. But that's fine. We can focus on upgrading the legs next.
You want to grab dog meat and get some more vault jumpsuits and cryo weapon?
That's true. We can go grab dog meat and get the cryo weapon right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Where'd you drop dog meat off?
I believe Red Rocket.
So we're gonna head over to Red Rocket and grab faithful dog meat. So that we can go use the dog meat fetch trick and get the cryo later.
That's still a funny ass joke that they did that.
So for those of you who don't know, we'll demonstrate it in just a minute, but dog meat has this mild glitch in Fallout 4, where if you're in front of a container that you can't open and you ask him to find a weapon or ammo and it's in that container, he will actually pull it out for you and you don't have to worry about picking it or hacking it. I did not believe it worked, but we've done it a couple times on different characters and it does actually work.
Gotta take things one day at a time.
Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Alright, Piper, we're gonna just leave her in Sanctuary for now.
Don't let this one get you in too much trouble, boy.
I'm gonna take dog meat with us, head up to the vault. So from my understanding, this dog meat cryolator trick, which really is just a container trick that he can do, is actually the only unpatched trick at this point. At one point you could like infinitely replicate your special books and other items, and they patched that pretty quick because I know it's something you can no longer do. But it's nice that there was at least one little workaround that they left us.
I'm just really hoping we have some more vault jumpsuits down there. Because I put them all in the Creation Club thing that disappeared.
And that's a good question. Do we have that Creation Club downloaded?
That's on your profile that we need to download.
Yeah, here we
Download
go.
all my creation stuff.
So this is the quest he's talking about, that Raven's talking about with the Cache of Vault jumpsuits. When you download the vault customizations from the Creation Club, it gives you a bunch more jumpsuits you can get in Vault 111 itself, and then another stash that's kind of near Boston Common. But when we lost all our Creation Club stuff, it got rid of, I think, the 20-ish jumpsuits we had stashed. So now we're gonna have to go and do that again. So we're just gonna head down to the vault, grab the cryolator, and dog meat just disappeared. There he is. is also not really a fun fact, but another little tidbit for those who do not keep up with gaming news is the dog who actually modeled dog meat was a girl. Her name was River, and she just passed away a couple of weeks ago, so give your dog some extra pats in honor of River, if you're watching this.
My goodness, you're a dork.
I am a dork, yes. Alright, here we are. Oh good, so it looks like it did replace at least some of the jumpsuits.
Just need a plain jumpsuit.
So we got some utility jumpsuits now. Yeah, see, all of these come from the Creation Club. And you'll notice when you load in the game sometimes, with that Creation Club mod, that this box actually will just start moving and spinning like a top all over here. It's hilarious. It's in one of our earlier videos. I think we had to shoot it to get it to stop. This is the wrong door. After playing all this time, I should know which door it is. Here we go. Alright, so here's the cryolator. As you can see, it's a master lock. No way we're going to be able to pick that. So, we're going to find dog meat, who has just decided to disappear.
Wait for an hour.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait for an hour to bring dog meat into the room. There's one thing I don't like about this game, because I started on Bethesda with Skyrim, is that you can't just wait. Like you can in Skyrim, you have to be sitting or sleeping in an appropriate place, and it looks like you can't actually wait in the vault. So that's fun.
Well, crap. Dog meat!
There's dog meat. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna ask dog meat to talk. Can ask him to fetch.
Think you can find something for me?
And we're gonna ask him to find us some items. Alright, so maybe we're too far away. Ooh, some ammo.
Heads up. Over here. Heads up. Look alive. Look alive.
Come on, boy.
How you doing, buddy? Why don't you wait at home?
That's not what I meant to do.
Come on, boy. It's time to go.
You seem to be having trouble.
I'm having a little bit of trouble with this today. I'm not sure why.
How you doing?
Let's talk. Alright,
Hey,
fetch.
Think you can find something for me?
And
See if there's any good
items.
stuff nearby, boy.
Alright, now he should walk in there. What exactly did he just find? Because I have no idea.
Dog's on crack.
What is in his inventory? What did he just find? Oh, he found the glasses that were on the desk. That's so helpful.
Huzzah!
All right, let's try this again, because that should be the last item that isn't the cryolator.
Put him in the damn room.
All right, here we go. Didn't find anything.
All right, let me see the remote real quick.
All right, let's have Raven try this, because clearly I am not a dog whisperer.
Move here. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy.
All right, there we go. He found something. And voila. Now if you go into his inventory, you have cryo cells and a cryolator.
Why was that so complicated?
I've never had it be that complicated. I've had times where I've asked him to find something at the beginning of the vault, and he comes straight back here and get it. So I've never had it be that complicated before, but now that we have it, it's ours. And this is not a trick that can get screwed up by Creation Club or anything like that, so there's no reason it should disappear. I need the bathroom.
Alright, now we got the cryolator. We could pop back in our armor, head out, and do the mission. Well, I suppose I should go fix up the armor and weapons first. Awesome. Nothing left to repair. Also got some backup power armor here in this locker.
Oh, awesome. Why don't you throw the boss paint on that one and scrap the other one? Alrighty. I love how they still have comments like, oh, the sun's going down, so the crazies are going to be coming out. It's the apocalypse. Crazy comes out during the day now. So I don't understand, like, what kind of craziness are you going to get at night in the apocalypse that you're not going to get during the day? But Piper's also a journalist, so she's seen some stuff, so I guess she's allowed to make those comments. Alright. And although they're not my personal favorite faction, Raven has decided that we're siding with the Brotherhood on this character.
I'm just using their weapons until I get to the Institute.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So, spoiler alert for later gameplay. We're not actually siding with the Brotherhood. We're just using them at this point. So that's fun. Although I don't know why we're using the vertibird when we can fast travel. But okay.
Travel in style. Give the viewers what they want.
You know, as much as Raven's sitting here saying that it's what the viewers want and it's because it's stylish, I think he just really wants to use the minigun and just blow up a bunch of stuff. I think that's actually what's going on here. Alright, so we're aboard the vertibird. We have 2 quest markers. One's for the Vault Suit cache. One is for CIT. So, wherever we go, let's find out. Alright, we're going to CIT.
All weapon systems are go. Good shooting, Knight.
You notice we might be able to shoot a death ball from up here, a behemoth.
That is true. Killing behemoths from a vertibird is very fun. I like making cars explode, personally. But there was one time where I did that and Vance actually went from liking me to hating me. I don't know why. I think there was like a civilian nearby. I just couldn't see from the air. So I've learned not to do that too much. And I think that's a sentry bot.
No, that's
it just rolled past us. Oh, that's a cow? Okay.
Dude, that's a cow.
Clearly, I need to be wearing my glasses, because I could not tell that that was a Brahmin.
There are ghouls up there. They usually attack me. I hate them. They're evil.
And Dogmeat's just sitting here looking at us. No judgment. Because he's the goodest boy. I feel like that's why they always have to have a dog as the companion and not something like a cat. Because a cat would just be sitting there judging you for blowing stuff up for no reason. Dogmeat's just excited to be with you. Alright, here's post 115, where we're gonna get dropped off and go explore CIT.
Bringing her in. Hang on to something.
Oh, we upset somebody.
The game crashed.
Whew, there we go. Let's do a quick save real quick, Raven. Yeah, there we go. Just to make sure we don't have any game crashes. Aha, so one of them is a synth. And it was not that guy. We chose incorrectly. Wow, just shot his leg off so hard he had to die. Alright, so I believe this is the point where we start tracking the courser.
You gotta find the signal first, and then we just start to track the course.
Yeah, so the signal should come in right about here. And then we'll flip on our handy dandy radio. And if you've played Fallout a bunch of times like we have, you kind of know what direction to go in and where you're going. Personally, I get distracted with side quests, so I'm a little fuzzy on the main quest here. Which is why Raven took over. And I'm just the chatterbox, so here I am commentating for all you lovely viewers. Grab that meat, yeah. Alrighty, and here we go. Da 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 da, we found the courser. Alrighty. Probably does not bode well that we got dead bodies.
Coursers on the
Ah, yes, the sunglasses that just complete the look. More important than armor. And here's where the fun begins. Oh, we only have one Molotov. I feel like I probably should have checked that before we headed into the fray.
What's going on down there? How many are we dealing with?
How many are we dealing with? Just one, sir. Just one. And you guys can't deal with them? That pretty much sums up this entire game. There we go. Yay, we're just all setting each other on fire.
Corsair is now on the 3rd floor. Reports of the second intruder in the east wing near the courtyard.
Ooh, I think that was a technical document. And that file cabinet on the left, behind you. Yeah, there we go. Get some good caps for that. I lied, it's completely meaningless grunt work. So I guess some things never change. You just do random tasks for no reason for really terrible pay, even in the apocalypse. Was that another technical document? Too late now.
Barricades, stairwells, and hallways if you haven't already.
I gotta say, for how much duct tape you find in the Commonwealth as you're just going through and scrounging, it really surprises me that adhesive is as rare as it is. Because I feel like duct tape would be the first thing to go in an apocalypse. But I also just have like an obsession with duct tape, so maybe that's just me.
We've lost contact with sectors 2 and 4.
And here we see Raven's aversion to lockpicking. I don't know what it is. All I know is that in every game we play, he refuses to lockpick.
There's too many lockpicks.
Peekaboo! That man is not handling that missile launcher correctly. Who launches missiles indoors? Unnecessary overkill, but apparently everyone launches missiles indoors. That's just a thing in the apocalypse. And I don't care who you are, that monkey is really creepy. I really enjoy the cryolator. I think it's just a really weird way to die. But I like when you upgrade it and it shoots like snowballs. Because that's just funny. And now we're triggering traps. Oh, it was just the trap, the one trap. How did the courser not set that off is my question. Or did he set it for anyone behind him? This is why it's important to have a decent luck, because you can be sitting there and empty an entire clip into someone and they don't die. Good boy, dog meat. Ooh, there's a military cap, which Raven has been looking for. He's a big fan of the military berets. Oh, we got one already. Okay, good. This is what happens when I don't pay attention to his streams. I have no idea what we're wearing. Oh, there's some duct tape in there. Let's not forget that. Remember, kids, adhesive can save your lives.
So can drugs.
So can drugs, which is why you should also grab the Abraxo cleaner. Not only counts for the game, does not count for real life.
Really have elevator music for this.
Yeah, I find it funny that in the apocalypse somehow the elevators work, but the music in the elevators does not. So does that mean that 2077 they just decided that they were too good for elevator music? And we haven't had any in the last 200 years? Or Did someone just go through every building and rip out the elevator music box?
I don't know the password. I'm telling the truth.
Alright, so we're gonna go up and confront the Courser in just a minute.
COVID.
And as much as I was talking earlier about how indoor missiles seem excessive, this is one case where indoor missiles is very much not excessive.
Are you here for the synth?
I'm here to pick up an order. 2 large pepperoni and a calzone. Name is fuck you.
If you're not here for the synth,
I gotta say, that's actually a really great comeback.
do you?
I've never hit the sarcastic option there before.
And just who is this synth anyway?
A fugitive. Runaway Institute property. I'm shutting her down and bringing her back. You, on the other hand, will die like the rest of them.
He's very matter of fact. Ooh, he has a skull, and we are level 17. So this is... I've never actually seen him have a skull before. Now that's just gratuitous. Alright. And the password is under the stairs. I don't know if we have to talk to her first. It's in that toolbox. There we go. Now we should be able to get her out. And have we met the railroad yet?
No.
Okay. So they're one of the people that you can get the Courser chip analyzed with if you haven't played before.
I actually think that's the only people. I could be wrong.
I know that you can get it analyzed by the railroad. I think if you're far enough along with the Minutemen in the castle that Sturgis can do it. I think. But I might be wrong on that.
I do this for a living.
My institute designation is K-198, but I prefer Jenny, so yes, I'm a synth, if you hadn't already guessed. I knew they'd send a Courser. I just didn't think he'd find me so fast. I think I would have lost him too. Then I was captured by these mercenaries. And all this happened. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna look for supplies before heading out.
Well, you're not gonna find him in this building because we stripped it. Sorry about that.
The Commonwealth is unforgiving. I need to make it on my own or I'm dead. Maybe we'll meet again, under better circumstances. I hope we do.
Alright, and there we go. And there's a chest up on the stairs before we leave. And it looks like we get another fat man. So that's nice. So just looking at the map, we're most of the way to the cache of vault jumpsuits anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And that is, if you're just joining us, I think we did have one more person join us since I started rambling. the vault jumpsuit cache comes from the Creation Club.
Ooh, level up real quick.
And I'm lost. Here we go. Here's the original dead body. Now this is how we get out. Alright, so we've got to level up. Let's see where we're at. I feel like blacksmith is kind of important. That should definitely be something that we have at this point.
I don't have lockpick and I don't have hacker either.
But we are able to get local leader 2.
Local leader 2 is useless without that cap thing.
This is true.
We should get the cap thing.
Get some science. Alright, so it looks like Raven wants us to hit Cap Collector, so we're going to hit that. He plays a very charisma-heavy character. I do not. I like to max out my intelligence and my perception. So I'm very weak, but I'm incredibly accurate.
Look at my stats. I'm like 11 or 12 intelligence.
Alrighty. So, Good Neighbor, Park Street Station. This cache of vault jumpsuits is also, I believe, fairly close to the Skyrim Creation Club stuff. So, let's head over to that area and see what we can see. I personally really love the Skyrim Creation Club stuff. I like to pair it with the Grognak costume, and just go kill people with a radioactive sword. It's a lot of fun.
I'm okay with this.
But the Skyrim Creation Club stuff is fairly buggy. So if you don't do everything in the right order, you will end up with either the helm or the sword, but not both. Sometimes you will end up with either. Alrighty, here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and look at our miscellaneous and see what else we got going on. Museum of Witchcraft is fun if you are new to Fallout and have never really played before. It's something super easy you can definitely do at level 5. You know, just go and check it out. I promise, I am not lying to you. Alright, so it looks like we do not have the Skyrim Creation Club stuff on this character yet. We will make sure we have that for the next live stream, because we will also do Nuka-Cola Cafe at that point, which is just a fun little decoration pack, more or less. They're all roughly in the same area. Breaking a bobby pin on my second try. That's just the kind of luck I have. There we go.
That's it.
Does this go through? Yeah, this goes through. And I'm making friends. Gotta love those random super mutant patrols. Alright, here we go. So this is Vault-Tec Regional HQ. I think this place is just ghoul infested. I don't think there are super mutants, if I'm remembering correctly. So we are gonna heal up a little bit. And while we're in here, I'm actually gonna go ahead and find those stingwing steaks. Yeah, because these guys give you an increase to perception. Heal you quite a bit as well, but that perception is what I'm looking for. And let's see who we can flush out. There's really not much of interest in Regional HQ if you don't have the Creation Club jumpsuit pack. And really, that's just to have a lot of jumpsuits that you can outfit people in. If you have the DLC for Vault 88, you can pretty much achieve the same thing. But apparently it's a good place if you need a lot of scrap. Which we do. Paint cans are also really good to collect if you like doing the random cap quests, because you can fill them at the paint factory to get green paint for Diamond City. Which is super easy. I think you get 50 caps per can of paint that you bring. So any blue, yellow, or empty paint cans are a good idea to collect. Here's Dr. Reed. Dr. Reed is the doctor who does not agree with Vault-Tec experimenting on people. And he keeps trying to make sure that doesn't happen, and he puts in his resignation the day the bombs fell. Which I'm sure is such a comfort to him. If you're a lore buff, this is a kind of a cool place just to, you know, be able to read the terminal stuff. I am not a lore buff. Kinda just prefer to get the gist of things and move on. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so the cache is actually in the basement. But you cannot get there from the front door because Bethesda. But you do find some random stuff like new Arcade tickets, which you don't need until you get to the DLC. And again, I'm just a weirdo. I really like to check out an entire place even if I know it's worthless. Just to see what kind of junk we can get. It's always good to know where you can get scrap, even if I'm not picking up absolutely everything. Aha, so Mr. Davison is the manager who decides that we're gonna experiment on people in the vaults. 'Cause money. His terminal is very boring. Or so I assume, because he just sounds like a boring person. Alright, looks like we're coming down here. And we're back at the beginning, so clearly I've done something wrong. Aha, what's wrong is that I overcomplicated all of this and cleared the building just to find out the elevator works. Alright. Here we go. There are more ghouls down here. Like that guy. I think there are 3 or 4. Alright, and this is, I think, Vault Tech lunchbox number 5 that we found so far. There he is. Wow, a ghoul that was actually helpful. Thanks for the Wonder Glue. Alright. And here's the Vault Suit cache. So just a bunch of jumpsuits, basically. I'm not going to take all of them. Because really, at this point, all they're good for is scrap. Until we have more settlers or what have you. So I'm going to go ahead and save right here.
Lock's really strong.
And let's take a look at Walter Scott's terminal. I think this opens the door. So if you haven't played before, the point of this puzzle is how many letters are in the correct spot and are correct. It's not really that hard once you know what they're actually looking for and can see the patterns, but I know that there are some people who do not like them, don't understand the puzzles, and think it's random. It's not. You just gotta know how to read it. And we're loading. And we're loading. Alrighty, and that's the vault jumpsuit cache. Alrighty, so since we have a bunch of stuff we don't need now, I'm gonna head back to Sanctuary so we can unload. And it looks like we got some more people who came by. So that's nice. We should have enough stuff planted now to make some
Never seen that before.
vegetable starch. Yeah, this pin is very weird. It's the Aqua Boy or Aqua Person perk. I know it's supposed to be just a pool that he's swimming in, but I've always thought with how much radiation there is that he was like in a cooling vat for a nuclear plant. I was always very confused by that. Alright, I don't need the workshop. Let's drop the junk. And I'm gonna go ahead and just throw some of that stuff we got in here until we decide what to do with it.
Just so you know, armor's on the right, weapons are on the left.
And those utility jumpsuits are also very useful for assigning to your people, especially if you're getting attacked a lot. It just gives them a little extra push, because most of them have pretty much no armor. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of our power armor for right now. Make some veggie starch so we can upgrade the rest of our pieces.
Seems to be growing well.
So the utility functions where you can make your own adhesive and oil, I actually didn't know about for my first couple of playthroughs, and I was getting really frustrated. And I'm like, where is everyone getting all of these adhesives? What are people talking about adhesive farms? And then I actually went into the research, and we're like, oh, that's very simple, especially with Grey Garden being relatively close on the map and easy to get to. Alrighty. So yeah, that makes things a lot easier. So that's 10 adhesive right there. And potatoes grow at quite literally every settlement. Especially if you plan it that way. So it works out really great. Alright, so we're going to upgrade our legs next. Because Raven is right, and the legs do take a lot of damage. For no particular reason, they do. And it looks like ceramic is now our hot commodity. So let's see if we can find any ceramic here in Sanctuary. I think it's been pretty stripped. So apparently that's a ladder that you can climb. Which I just unintentionally did, and that was really weird. Oh good, we got a decent amount of food, more people. Looks like our defense is starting to get low for how much food we have. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's food plus water plus power should equal your defense. But as long as our power is relatively low, I don't think we'll have an issue. Personally, I don't think I've ever had a settlement actually be attacked. I know it definitely happens, and there's a reason that ratio is there, but I don't think I have ever had to deal with that.
I did a couple times in this game. Hit circle.
There we go. See, that's really nice. One of the things I do when I play modded is I'll try to come in here and get rid of that, and all the candles will just kind of fall everywhere and I have to go scrap them individually. It's very annoying. And I can't get this guy to highlight. There we go. Raven does not play with the cursor, so I have trouble. Alright, cleared out a little. I think we got a little more ceramic. Let's see what else we can upgrade on that power armor. We have exactly enough ceramic to get our helmet up to Model C.
Can you change the light yet?
Ooh, and we can change the light. This is Raven's run through, so we're gonna do the red tactical. Personally, I prefer the bright, because I feel blind when I'm in my power armor. But we're gonna call that good.
Oh, your vault armor?
Yeah. Alright, now that we're there, let's go ahead.
We have it equipped.
Alright, so let's take a look at our armor, see if we can upgrade anything. So we can get an insulated lining. That's good at least. It looks like we're gonna need armor is gonna be our next upgrade. Because yeah, we'll have to get to science and armor 4 eventually. But if we can get to at least armor 2 or 3 in the next couple of levels, that'll be helpful. Alrighty. So we dropped our junk, dropped a bunch of the stuff that we found. We got a couple of mods we can drop. It's also very useful to just keep your mods until you need them, because look at the value for these guys. They're about 200 a piece. And especially if you're scrapping a lot of like pipe pistols or things like that, it's really easy to just throw a couple mods on there, scrap the gun, and then make caps. And I'm just cleaning up a little, making sure that we still have got room building wise, because we are now at 8 beds for 7 people. So we're gonna throw a couple more beds out there.
May I borrow the remote when you're done?
I think he has most of the beds. Yeah, he's got sleeping bags and stuff over here. So I'm just gonna come quickly empty out the bathroom. Get us some more ceramic, which is always good. And since this is not a survival playthrough, we can just go ahead and work with sleeping bags. If you're doing survival, I highly recommend not doing sleeping bags because you can only sleep for, I think, 3 hours at a time. And you get sick a lot faster. Alright, there we go. 11 beds should hold us over for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and save. And I'm gonna hand it off to Raven.
Nope, keep that.
Okay. Gotta have the Courser chip analyzed, which means we have to follow the Freedom Trail. $36. The Negotiator. Alright, that should be good. Alright, sweetheart, so we are going to go do the Road to Freedom.
Oh, fun. Time to get in with those railroad people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it right, Boston Commons.
But people who go there never gonna come back.
Have you killed Swan yet?
No. I haven't killed the swan.
Who is the Swan for the people watching?
The swan is some sort of doctor that went to this pond and was doing experiments, and he ended up turning into a monster because of radiation.
He's very mean.
Yeah. He's like a behemoth, but not a behemoth. And I kind of like the fact that the railroad uses a giant gauntlet of mutants in order to get you to come to their place. You know? But hey, babe, since we're here and you brought it up, that worked out a lot better than I thought it would.
Agreed.
Oh, I left my power armor. That's not good.
You don't really need it for the railroad.
Well, no, I guess I don't. Alright, Freedom Trail.
To the right. Yes, it's unnecessary. Yes, you're going the right way. It's down that street again.
Hey.
It did it again.
So now we have an invisible missile launcher.
Mainly because, you know, Bethesda.
Suicider.
Bye, dog meat.
Can you back? No, you don't need to. Never mind. The suicider got front and right. Oh, there he is.
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder.
I'm not hiding, you're just not worth my time.
It's on the left.
No! Stupid dog!
Sounds like a lion.
Keep forgetting I'm out of Molotovs. Look, it's the sign of the Rebel Alliance.
Wrong game.
Oh, crap. Railroad, that's right. Not Star Wars. Alright, here's the complicated part.
It spins. So, looks not right.
I am typing in Freedom Trail because
I have to start over.
I'm retarded and I forgot that I have to put in the railroad. That's what I gotta do. Railroad is the password. And I have to restart because I answered the wrong thing. Railroad is what you're trying to enter.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the Simp's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the Railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
We'll find out, one way or another. Last question. Why are you here?
I tracked down and killed a Courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help breaking the code on his Courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Hopefully we can work something out.
What you're asking for puts us in a tricky position.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever.
Alright, so Raven's handed it back off to me. Clearly you can see why I'm the one doing the commentary here. He is just such a riveting commentator. And here we are, getting the Courser chip analyzed by buddying up to the Railroad. I think you can also do it with... It's either Sturgis or the Brotherhood. I can't remember. But there's definitely one other place you can get it analyzed. The Railroad just seems to be the easiest.
Decoding a Courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong. The least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
I will say I do really like that they use the old North Church. I think that's very symbolic, and I think it's interesting that that has survived 200 years into the apocalypse, so that was really cool to see.
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the Courser chip.
Okay.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at it. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. We got lucky. Got you, you institute bastard.
I think it's funny that he's spending all this time talking about logarithmic functions and all this stuff, and if you look at his screen, it literally is just one of the same hacker puzzles that you do with like letters.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you,
I know they did it just for simplicity of programming,
let me know if you're interested.
but I just find it ironic.
If you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
Don't try more going on than you know. Trust me.
Excuse me.
If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page. You know where Sim is, right?
Yeah, I know all about
Yeah, that's kind of been the whole point of the game up to this point, is dealing with synths.
As tools.
I'm gonna be neutral here, just because it's an interesting philosophical question.
Things they don't fully understand. From that lofty vantage, it's easy to deny their creation's very humanity.
I mean, AI is one of those things that's very divisive, even today.
The only question that matters. Would you
So,
risk your life for your fellow man,
it's interesting.
even if that man is a synth?
Once, I pledged my life to protect my countrymen. I don't see this as any different.
Well said. Someone with your skills, your beliefs. Normally, we'd try and recruit you. But right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. There are, however, other valuable ways you can contribute. And in turn, we can help you. See Deacon for details. You're free to go.
Alright, so now we're in with the railroad, and she just takes off running for no reason. Got a decent amount of experience. So next, for the molecular level, is to go back and talk to Virgil.
I think you can fast travel from this spot too.
And now that we're in with the railroad, we should be able to fast travel from right here. So let's find out. Nope. We're not initiated into the railroad quite yet. So back to the surface we go.
We'll file out
And then she just
best not to attract
stands here. Like they all just decide that the best, most inconspicuous thing is to stand there until I leave. And then they're gonna file out after me. Like that just doesn't make sense. especially because this place is a catacomb. And what is with all this radioactive goop just all over the place? It doesn't even look like blood.
Ghoul bile.
I think it comes from this guy, from this withered. But still, it's just weird. I don't like it. And you know, I don't actually think there's anything in the Old North Church. But I have never actually explored it, so let's take a gander. After we deal with the ghouls. Oh, dog meat, you scared me. I just about shot you. Okay, I know it's not, but that totally looks like the perfect location for a secret door. As does this. And now I'm bummed that there's not a secret door in the Old North Church.
There was. It was in the basement.
The secret door in the basement does not count, in my professional opinion. I'm just in here going, this would be a perfect spot for all kinds of stuff. Canned dog food is also really good to grab. If you have the, I think it's the Raiders, the Nuka World DLC, because then you get the traps and you can use canned dog food in your traps. Ooh, you can actually go up to the steeple. And here we are, just waiting for the loading screen. Sometimes these are really short, other times they're excessively long, and I'm not really sure why.
Save.
I'm gonna throw a quick save in there. Ooh, dog meat's very excited. Alright, so we found some caps. Dog meat left. And we've got some bobby pins. And there's a rifle up here, so that's kind of cool. I do like that there are lanterns in the windows. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Fun fact, you cannot stand on that roof. Alright, but we are now ready to go back to Virgil. So away we go to the glowing sea. What I find interesting is that, you know, it says in 2077 it was America was a place of technological advancement, and all we got was war instead of the peace we were hoping for. But I think it's really interesting that Fallout focuses so much on Americana, when the intro video, you know, War Never Changes, actually specifies that this was a global event. America was not the only one who dealt with it, so I've heard rumors of Fallout London. I'm excited. I'm hoping they're real, but I don't think they are.
Hey.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. Managed to get what you need.
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
Does it matter?
No, you're right. It doesn't really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with let's not tell him, because I have a feeling a previous Institute scientist is not gonna like the railroad.
I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute.
Let's just talk about for a minute the genius of a scientist who, even after all this radiation exposure and everything that quite literally turns people into ghouls, not only does he still have this wits about him to know what needs to be done, but he's actually able to create schematics even though it's not his area of expertise. Like, the amount of knowledge that I have with my college degree, I would not go into someone else's field and be like, yeah, this is totally a thing I can do for you. So, I mean, just, this guy has to be a genius to be able to help you build this relay. And then you build it with, like, duct tape and some rusted scrap metal. And you're like, yeah, this is fine, this'll work. Like, it's just, it's mind-boggling. Alright, so we're gonna head back to Sanctuary. Now that we are a good portion of the way through the molecular level, got that Courser chip analyzed, did a couple little side quests, leveled up a couple times, so this was good to get to play around a little bit with a character I don't normally get. Alright, so we're back in Sanctuary, where we can set up for our next playthrough. And next time we'll be probably completing that relay and getting to meet the Institute, so let's go ahead and save. So we're just saving real quick, so screen's gonna go blank, but there we go. So thank you guys very much for tuning in, and we hope you have a great night.